sitting here with Mr. Gabriel. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Gabriel?
Gabriel,
right?
yeah.
Gabriel from the Seals School of Music, and he has his weapon here with him. How are you doing this morning?
I'm alright this morning.
All right, tell us what
a little
you do.
early, but
Yeah, a little early. Yeah. You know, a lot of people say that. Tell me what you do at Seals School of Music.
well, I teach the guitar and voice and piano and bass mostly.
Wow. Guitar, voice, piano, bass. All right, that's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot.
And then we have a couple other guys over there. Andy Mason teaching drums and Paul Alexander teaching saxophone.
Okay, well, since you teach voice, maybe you're going to sing for us too, right?
Sure. Sure.
You can play and sing?
Yeah.
All right, now tell us about what you have in your hand here and what you can do with it.
Well, it's a guitar. This type of guitar is called an archtop. Commonly used for like jazz and stuff like that.
Right.
I have this here because it's, as you can see, it's big, so it's acoustic. So it's loud without plugging in, but it's got a pickup here.
So you can.
So
plug
you
it
can
in if
plug
want.
it in. So it's the best of both worlds, really.
All right. Oh.
You know, so it's loud without plugging it in.
All right. How long have you been playing the guitar?
A while, like 17 years.
17 years. That's definitely
Something
that's
like
a lifetime. Pretty much, right? So
Pretty much.
people will understand if they've been trying to teach themselves the guitar, trying to learn the guitar, why they can't play like you yet is because they haven't been playing for 17 years, right?
Well, that, yeah, and you know, I feel like a lot of people. I mean, I don't know about here. I'm from the States. A lot of people from the States feel like, oh, like I'm just gonna pick up the guitar and learn how to play. But like, you're really hindering yourself if you don't, if you're not learning music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's so much more you could do, like with that knowledge.
All right. You want to give me a little demonstration? Let me see what you can do.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Nice. Fantastic stuff. I don't know if the folks at home noticed, but you dumped the pick at one point and you were playing finger style, and then you picked it back up. You know, you have to be skilled to do this kind of thing.
It's just practice.
It's just practice.
A lot of practice.
All right. Speaking of practice, how many hours a day do you practice?
As I've been playing like different stages, for a couple of years I was practicing like a solid 3 hours a day at a minimum.
Wow.
But normal, like if you're just picking up the guitar and learning or something like that, like a half hour a day. I mean, to start the first few weeks, like 15 minutes a day, just for your fingers to get used to it, because it's you play guitar, right?
I've been trying.
So when you start off, like it's completely, your fingers are like, you're like like to do that is like it's the hardest thing in the world.
Right.
But like a half hour a day, you'll get pretty good progress. But if you want to get there, it's a long road.
Right.
It took me a while to get there.
Tell me about the different styles of playing. You just exhibited.
Yeah, that was sort of like that was mostly jazz. Like the stuff I was doing when I was singing were just like sort of rhythm chords. Then the other stuff I was doing was what you would call like a chord melody. So I'm playing chords, but you could hear the melody on top of the chords.
Okay. Cool. What other styles do you play?
Well, I play around the island a decent amount, so I play a lot of like reggae, calypso, soca, that kind of stuff.
You can do a solo reggae or calypso or soca performance.
I don't know any. I don't do any singing on any of that.
No, you don't have to sing, but just
mostly instrumental. But like stuff like.
Calypso.
Stuff like that.
Right.
I can't tell you how many Bob Marley songs I've played.
Right.
Between all like the hotels and restaurants, like when people come to the Caribbean, that's what they want to hear.
Now, there are a lot of guitarists out there like myself that want to get to this stage. Apart from just doing half an hour a day or a few hours a day, what exactly are the steps we should take in learning?
Well, when I'm teaching and in general, like the most important things are sort of understanding musically what you're doing, and technique is like so important. And a lot of people on guitar, since there's no sort of like codified guitar technique, like everybody plays different, and like like you see like your favorite guitar players and they're like playing like this,
right.
Like but really what they're doing is hindering themselves. Like even like like you see guys like Hendrix, for example, like Jimi Hendrix, like crazy awesome. But imagine how much better he would have been if he wasn't playing like this.
Right.
Stuff like that. So technique is really important for being able to play as fast as you can, being able to play as dexterous as you can. Like for your hands to do weird things.
Right.
Like when I'm playing all those chords, like. Like if I was like playing, I wouldn't be able to play those chords if I wasn't playing properly, so to say.
So you need to pick out each note and you need to get your fingers.
Yeah, your hands got to be, like a lot of people will play like this or like this, and you're not getting these chords, stuff like this.
Right.
If your hands aren't there.
So one more big guitar question, and this one is for like all of the guitarists out there that I know. You know, their problem is soloing. Right? I know you could do some of that. You know, how do you get to solo good? Like as you said, there's no set technique for it. There's no set.
Well, for soloing, and a lot of people are really intimidated by it. They're like, "Oh, I can't solo. I can't improvise.
Right.
I'm not creative, or like I don't know what I should play." And it starts off with just sort of, well, there's different methods. I like to usually start my students off with like blues. Like. Stuff like that, because it's a simple chord progression. And then I usually start people off with what's called a pentatonic scale.
Right.
So it's easy. You only have this set of notes, and then you just play whatever notes you want within that parameter.
So if I ask you to solo something right now, and it's gonna sound like something, right? Can you do it just using those notes?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Like if I was doing something like that. Stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, so where do people have to go to learn this stuff?
Seal School of Music. It's on Upper Lucas Street in town. We're gonna have classes in Grenville on Wednesdays from 3:30 to 5:30. Yeah, but classes are starting next week, so it's important that people, try to come out and register, because I'm sure we'll be doing group classes, and then also I'll be doing like shorter private lessons. But I'm really trying to get those group classes filled up, especially for the beginners, because it's they're learning with each other as well, so
right.
It helps things out a lot.
All right. Well,
So,
thank you very much.
Sealsmusic.com.
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 Sealsmusic.com. Thank you very much, Gabriel, for coming on the show and
problem.
giving us a little. You want to play us out as we go to a break? Play us out as we go to a break, man. Give the DJ some competition today.